E3 2019, it's going to be a weird show. We have no more Sony, but still a bunch of companies are going to be there. Very excited to see what they bring. What are your hottest predictions? Let's start with EA.
Well, let's get all the sports games out of the way first. Those are boring. Well,
FIFA.
Not for everyone.
Those Ultimate Team bucks.
But it's also like not really a prediction. Every year there's always, there's FIFA, there's
Madden.
Yeah, there's Madden.
I think it's a fair shout that we'll see a lot more of Apex Legends. Season 2, potentially.
Hopefully they do something more interesting than Season 1, because
That Battle Pass, man.
yeah, it wasn't very good.
I think they'll have learned their lessons, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they just have some fun with it. Like,
Yeah.
maybe don't go too crazy like Fortnite, but like, I don't know, some fun challenges to do in the map.
Yeah.
I'm
weird
ready for a
things
new
to happen.
legend.
A new legend, yeah, I feel like that has to happen.
Yeah.
Weren't there like rumors of being a second one this season? That was like that, I don't remember what it's called, Watson or something was
End up
leaked
getting-
a while ago. So I feel like Season 2 is probably the time to release that one.
Yeah. Because Octane was a great addition, but also I was watching like a Shroud video the other day and he said, oh, I was playtesting this character almost a year ago. So it's kind of wild how far in advance they have to plan that.
Yeah.
So if Watson has been in the loop for so long and pushing him maybe is the best option.
Anthem? Do you think they kind of gave up on Anthem? Like,
No, I don't think they gave up on Anthem, but I do think that, I mean, recently BioWare said like, hey, we gotta change our roadmap, right? So maybe this is a good time for them to kind of lay the groundwork for, hey, this is our new vision for Anthem. So
yeah, their roadmap that they kind of came out with release was pretty vague. It was like, then there's a Cataclysm, then there's this, and it's like, I don't really know what these things are.
Yeah, I assume the game will have some sort of presence because, again, EA is not really doing that sort of like traditional stage show. So I think that gives maybe BioWare like room to breathe and be like, hey, we're just gonna have like a casual stream where we're gonna talk about this stuff.
Room to scramble, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
I guess if they're going to be talking about Anthem, maybe Dragon Age. I don't think they're going to talk about Dragon Age.
Maybe they'll just like mention it by names, like, hey, Dragon Age is in the works. Like, just to remind you.
Please have faith in us.
Yeah.
We're still making that game that you want.
Yeah, that would actually be comforting to hear,
Yeah.
considering what happened with Anthem.
Right.
Like, I think if Anthem was a success, I wouldn't be not that I don't know. I think if the circumstances were different, I wouldn't need to hear more about that game.
Yeah.
But because of how messy Anthem is and how, like you were saying, maybe they might come up with a new roadmap, kind of figure out what they exactly want to do with that game long term.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to hear like, yeah, don't worry, we're still thinking about Dragon Age.
Don't worry, still percolating on it. Jedi Fallen Order.
I think that's the big.
That's the
That's
big
the
one.
big boy.
Do we know? We know that gameplay is going to be there, or we're going to see it in action.
Yes, so it's coming. I mean, it's not that long until it's actually coming out after E3, right? It's coming out.
Yeah,
It's
they already.
November, October, yeah. But I guess we'll get to see it in action, and I don't know. I think if I were to make a prediction based on gameplay or whatever, I'm almost feeling that this is going to be closer to a Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy sort of style of game, which I really hope it is because those games were really good, and I think it can really channel a lot of that same energy.
That big Jedi energy.
Big Jedi energy, yeah. I expect a lot of
Desperately
that.
trying to think of one.
That's good. I like that.
I think they got to make a really damn good Star Wars game at this point.
Yeah. Should we talk about Bethesda? So Doom Eternal, pretty much. I mean, a good chunk, I imagine, of their presentation is going to be Doom Eternal. I was watching the presentation from QuakeCon last year, and I'm so ready to see more of that game.
Yeah, me too. I think that they're doing a lot of cool tricks and stuff based on what we saw previously. Like, it's not just an iteration on like Doom 2016. It's like, no, they're doing a lot of different things. But I think when it comes to Eternal, like some of the multiplayer aspects, not necessarily like the competitive multiplayer stuff, but like how they're inteting that kind of
Snap map, right?
No,
I
that
think they're getting-
asynchronous.
Yeah, it's like
multiplayer.
Yeah.
you can play as a
demon or
yeah,
whatever.
demon
like a pink
in
demon or-
your friend's game, but you drop into someone else's game, but you can turn that off if you just want to play by yourself.
Yeah, almost like Dark Souls-esque kind
Yeah.
of multiplayer style. In that
You have been
regard.
invaded by.
Yeah, by, I don't know, Big Dick
These nuts
420. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Bethesda, what else are they gonna have? Do you reckon we're gonna see anything from Fallout 76?
I'm saying, like, I have no
They're
grounds
still
for this.
updating that, so I think we will. I think they're gonna keep it short.
I have no indication of whether or not this is true, but I think they would go free to play. And I assume that if they really want to sustain Fallout 76, if they're serious about that game, I mean, maybe a free to play model works. I mean, they have that, Atomic Shop, where they can buy a bunch of stuff, so they can make their bank there. But I mean, I don't think they're going to be like selling any more copies of that game, to be honest. So
They're not talking about Starfield. They're not talking about Elder Scrolls 6. Arcane?
I don't
What
know
have they been doing?
I don't think
That's-
Arcane is in the process of. At least we don't know.
They're
if
working
making-
on
They
something.
got to be working on something.
Since
'cause-
Prey.
Yeah, and they even split. They Arcane is technically 2 studios. They have
there's
Austin
Leon.
and then Leon.
Oh, sick.
Leon.
Leon.
I don't know, man. I would love to see something from Arcane, but
I think if we do, I don't think it'll be another Dishonored.
No.
It's got to be something new. As much as I love those games, I feel like they don't typically sell as well as
It breaks
they
my heart
should.
because they
I
absolutely
know.
don't.
But I think Bethesda knows that they have a very talented team at Arcane. So my guess would be new IP and see what they can do, or maybe, I don't know, bring back, resurface something from their past.
And of course you got Wolfenstein, which is coming out straight after E3.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'll show much more than a trailer, maybe like a little bit of gameplay, but it's out soon.
All right, Ubisoft. Is this going to be a Watch Dogs year, or an Assassin's Creed year, or Secret Option 3, a
Splinter Cell year. Please, Splinter Cell year.
Let's go.
Please, Splinter Cell year. I don't think it will be though.
No, that Julian Garrity from The Division doing that tweet, like
It was
just,
mean. It was so mean.
it was like the Futurama, you raised my hopes and dashed them quite expertly, sir.
So mean. Like I think in their earnings call they said that they have 2 games that will come out this year that they haven't announced yet. One was Ghost Recon, which has been announced now, and then they have another one that we assume will be at E3. Assassin's Creed has been leaked. It's supposed to be like Viking Assassin's Creed Ragnarok.
Sure.
I think is
Is that the team that did
I think
like Black Flag and Origins?
I think so.
Ashraf.
And then there's that other game which could be Watch Dogs, could be Splinter Cell. I am holding out for Splinter Cell.
yeah.
I know,
want
man.
Splinter Cell
Watch
so
Dogs
bad.
sold a hell of a lot.
Yeah, it might be the Origins team might be doing whatever to this Assassin's Creed. I guess Ragnarok is what I'll call it, because they are on a 3-year cycle when it
Yes.
comes to Assassin's Creed games.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, so I guess that would make sense.
And then Just Dance,
Oh yeah,
Also,
Just Dance.
yeah,
the game that will
sure.
be at every single E3 conference until the end of time.
Yay.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is something that they've been talking about.
What
here and
is
there.
Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Since 2017, right?
What is Beyond
Maybe
Good
we'll
and Evil
find
2?
out at this E3.
All right, so we've had Ubi, Square Enix holding another press conference.
So you guys, I don't know.
Hey,
I mean, like, Final Fantasy VII has to be
Yeah, okay.
after Sony's State of Play.
I'll be bold and say that Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode 1, because remember this is going to be an episodic thing.
Yeah,
Is that-
they're
that's
going.
still a thing?
They're going Hobbit on it. They're doing one game into 3.
Yeah, so maybe they're gonna announce a release for episode 1. You know what I'm saying?
hope so.
Early 2020. I'm saying this year, but I shouldn't be saying that. So I'll maybe like spring 2020.
I have no idea how they have been working on that game, especially considering Nomura-san being on Kingdom Hearts up until, like February of this year. Like,
And
when has he had time?
Didn't they even announce it before Final Fantasy 15 came out? So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, dude.
Who knows? In the year of Endgame, we have to see Avengers this
Oh
year.
right, that's they have the Avengers game.
Yeah.
remember?
So it's Crystal Dynamics, and they've been staffing up. They announced that a few years ago, and we saw that one teaser and then heard nothing. So I mean,
Babylon's Fall is also another thing that they had teased last year.
is that the Platinum?
That's Platinum Games. It's published by Square, and I think the lead guy who did Bayonetta 2 and Scalebound, not Kamiya, but the other dude, I forgot his name, but he's leading that project. So I think that would be dope to see something from him, and obviously they announced it last year, and it's still said on Square Enix website that it's coming in 2019.
Still coming.
So yeah,
What about the Quiet Man 2?
let's.
What
can only hope.
a real left field choice it would be.
Quiet Man 2, as in 2, the score it got. No, I think it got what?
I think it got like a 3 or 4. Nintendo. So, Mario Maker 2.
We know a lot about that.
We know about
I
that.
don't think we'll see it. I don't think we'll see much of it.
They'll probably be like, oh, hey, reminder, Mario Maker 2 is coming.
Yeah,
soon.
maybe like a short trailer, just because we had that 15-minute direct, a week ago? I think they did that just because they were like, we're gonna get this out of the way because we have big announcements.
Please
For
be
E3.
Animal Crossing.
I think it's supposed to come out this year. I think we have to get a release date for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope
Obviously,
so.
it's got to be fall at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
September, October, maybe.
Do you think we'll see anything from Bayonetta 3?
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I'm
yeah.
hoping for.
At least remind us that
Yeah.
that's in the
I
works.
feel like they've reminded us a lot about it.
Really?
Not enough.
Yeah, for reals.
Well,
'Cause-
no. They've been like, don't worry, we're still working on it. And it's like, yeah, well, then show us something, please.
So I predict that they will say that again.
Yeah.
And they won't show us anything.
No.
I don't know, maybe get like a 10, 15 second teaser
Yeah.
seeing Bayonetta again, whatever new style that she's in.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't
that's
wait to
all
see
I
her new
need.
haircut.
It's like, yeah, exactly. I want to see her new haircut. Because like the thing is, in 2017, when Metroid Prime 4 was apparently in development, all they did was like that 10-second like splash screen, and I was like, yo, I lost my shit. So if they do the same thing for Bayonetta 3, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna lose my shit. So
Speaking of Metroid Prime, 4 development has been restarted.
of course, so I don't expect to see that at all.
Yeah.
do we imagine it's gonna
But
the old games are
meantime-
gonna come to Switch?
In the meantime, what they could do, but like, hey, Metroid Prime 4 is coming out like how many years from now? But hey, you want to catch up on the trilogy because it's been so long. How about Metroid Prime trilogy on Switch?
Dude,
baby?
this every direct, there's always a rumor that Metroid Prime Trilogy is coming to Switch. There's always someone who says it, and it has never happened.
Well, it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be this
I think
year.
it's gonna be this year.
Yes, if you.
I
yeah.
want it to be, but I'm just like I don't know. I hope it's coming, but I've kind of lost hope just because every direct, the rumor is that we're gonna get Metroid Prime, and people are so confident that we're gonna get it too. They're
You
like,
are
But
a
Nintendo
hater.
must
I'm not a
see that. Nintendo must see that and
Yeah.
must kind of go, huh, we're sat on a veritable gold mine
but it's
here.
Nintendo. Nintendo's like, huh, we're sitting on a gold mine.
They-
I'm
they-
gonna sit
Yeah.
on it for another 10 years.
Yeah, and they can pretty much call their own shots, so I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
they're
true.
like too concerned about what other people are thinking.
I think we'll probably see more of Fire Emblem Three Houses. We already kind of got a direct of that they talked pretty in depth about it, and a release date should come out in July. I don't think we'll see a whole lot, but I imagine we will see
More
something.
mechanics.
Yeah, hopefully some more mechanics, maybe a gameplay trailer.
But also, Nintendo also has Astral Chain in the works, so that's another Platinum Games joint. So Platinum is making Babylon's Fall with Square Enix, but Astral Chain is the project under Nintendo,
Gotcha.
and that's headed up by the combat designer for Nier Automata, Taki Satara, and yeah, that's coming out this year as well. So, and when it was first revealed, there wasn't that much. We got glimpses of gameplay, but I think before it comes out this year, I want to see more of what that game is, how it plays, what the storyline actually is. So I think that'll be maybe a big part of Nintendo's E3 presence.
I hope so. And I guess all eyes are going to be on Microsoft this E3. Sony's kind of moved out of the picture. They're going to go big. Do you think we're going to get that first look at hardware? They keep bringing it up. They keep bringing it up that they're working on it, and stuff is leaked. There's rumors, there's speculation. Anaconda and Scarlet?
Yes, I think that's the code
Yeah.
names.
I
But
think that's what they called it last year, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
or maybe
something
that was
like
the
that.
Xbox One
Scarlet.
X. No, that was, I don't remember. Anyway,
Yeah.
the two rumor consoles, I think we have to. I think especially after Sony kind of just like told everyone what's inside the
yeah,
PS5.
very
Yeah.
casually, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I think Microsoft is going to make a big show of it.
yeah, because last year Phil Spencer was on there. It's like, oh, but by the way, like new hardware's on the way. Peace out, y'all. Like, so I think like this year, they're like, hey, remember what you said that there's new hardware? Let's take at least a sneak peek into what that actually is, because I mean the ball is in their court in terms of like Sony and Microsoft. So this would be the time to do it, really. But it also makes you think about where Project xCloud fits into the picture. So
Yeah, so did they introduce that last year? They went a little deeper on it on an Inside Xbox recently. And now they have this merger with Sony where the two companies are actually working together on cloud solution. I imagine xCloud is going to get hopefully a better name.
I imagine that is a placeholder for what this is.
But could you imagine if they introduced that within your Xbox Live subscription So you get Game Pass, you get Xbox Live, and you get access to xCloud. That would be
unreal.
That would be
Yeah,
insane.
like with that huge library.
So we have hardware. Last year they made a huge show about new first-party acquisitions. So people like Ninja Theory, Playground Games. Are we going to see anything from those, or is it going to be too soon?
I think it'll be too soon for a lot of them, but I think we will see things from some, because I imagine before Microsoft acquired Playground Games, they're probably working on an exclusive for
You mean
them.
that Secret Fable,
game.
Secret Fable.
that everyone just assumes is Fable? But
Yeah.
I would like them to just even hint at that.
I would too, just to show a future with like, especially with their new console coming out. Even if they're just some short teaser trailers of what could be coming, like I'd like to see what Ninja Theory is working on.
For sure.
And with Obsidian, also part of Microsoft. We already know that they're doing the Outer Worlds, but I think like
That's cross-platform though, right?
that is cross-platform, but of course, like Microsoft is not a stranger to having third-party games, obviously, on there, but they're like in the midst of being a first party. So I would expect an extended kind of look at the Outer Worlds, because that is one that I'm very interested in.
Yeah, I'm interested in that too. Gears is coming out this year, right? Or early next?
I hope so. They showed quite a bit last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was like a 7-minute
I think
gameplay.
this year they're talking about multiplayer more, because
Okay.
there's some like
right.
esports competition towards the end of the week, so I imagine we'll get a look at that. Halo.
Gotta show more. Last year was such a tease. It was
I'm
like
just gonna hold my helmet and there you go.
I think that obviously Halo Infinite is still a ways off. I don't think it's going to be 2020. It's definitely not this year, of course. But yeah, just like, what is the nature of this thing? Is it a kind of infinite game that's like a survival-based thing that never ends? Is it an MMO FPS, or is it a battle royale? Like, we don't know what is the infinite.
Don't
just
mention
like,
battle royale. People don't like that.
Yeah, people don't like it when you mention Halo and Battle Royale.
Yeah.
No battle royale for you.
I think it'll be. I imagine it'll be more of a platform. I think it'll launch on this current generation, and it'll span to. It'll be supported throughout whatever the next console is.
So
Oh,
you're
like a
saying,
Destiny-esque.
Whoa, that'd be dope.
I think so, but maybe a little more tied together. Like
Sure.
I imagine maybe the direction this generation is heading. I could see like maybe crossplay with
Yeah.
the two,
Like
with the Xbox One and whatever the
new one is.
Anaconda is or whatever.
more of a games as a service approach for Halo. I think.
I could see something like that with Halo.
Like if that infinite sub name means anything, I guess.
Yeah. And I suppose last year, third party closed out Microsoft. It was Cyberpunk. We're going to see more.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
That
so.
the Twitter account will.
They've already said,
Yeah.
the Twitter account's like, yeah, we'll be there. I think we're gonna get a release date for it, and I think it's gonna be fall, and then I
This
think it's
year?
gonna
This
get delayed.
year?
And I think it's gonna get delayed.
Wow, you're thinking like 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, I think they're gonna say I don't know, October, November, fall, and then it's gonna get pushed, and it's gonna come out spring.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
This is in my mind the best case scenario though. I feel like it'll be like, oh yeah, it's coming out in like 2022, and I'm like, damn. But this is me hoping.
Yeah. I mean, last year was a very large chunk of that game. Like 50 minutes ain't nothing. So, if they come out with another hour's worth of gameplay, like I'm down with that. But going back to like thinking about release date, though, I think that's what everyone talks about with this game, because now we've seen it in action. And I think like not too long ago they said like, hey, this game is basically playable from start to finish, right? So I mean, people is thirsty out there. Jake is thirsty for that too.
I'm thirsty for that game.
Yeah,
I watched
I'm
the 45-minute thing again like a week ago.
Yeah, I did too. I'm not holding my breath for that, but like the best case scenario in my head is that they're like, and it's coming out in fall, whatever month.
And if
then
you look
it
under your
gets pushed.
seats, you'll find a copy.
Psych, that's the wrong release date.
And yeah, we'll probably see more of Dying Light 2.
Yeah, that had
Dying Light to the streets.
too. That had a really good showing last year. It was kind of
Yeah.
out of nowhere. It looks very ambitious. Not that Dying Light 1 wasn't, but it was kind of buggy and like
Sure, yeah.
some of its ideas were only like half thought out. I mean, still it was a phenomenal game and all the DLC was great.
And it was
but
supported for so long.
Yeah, like I think last year they had put out a Battle Royale mode. So
Yeah, they did,
yeah.
which is actually really fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But it seems like after the success of Dying Light 1, it seems like they're really putting their resources into Dying Light 2 to make it something really, really unique. Like the faction system in that game seems it could be pretty cool. So I'm definitely excited to see more of that.
Chris Avalon's writing the story, isn't
And
he?
Chris Avalon's
snap.
writing the story.
Yeah, I love me some Chris Avalon story stuff.
Some world building,
Yeah.
some lore.
Oh yeah.
And there's also been the rumor, the world's wildest rumor, that George R.R. Martin has been consulting with From Software on a game that has horses in it.
Yeah, that's interesting considering Sekiro just came out.
Yeah, because Miyazaki's attached to it, so
So
busy
like,
man.
They do kind of have like two teams, right? Like they
Yeah.
have the one that did Dark Souls 3, the one that did Bloodborne, and then Miyazaki's team, which did Sekiro. So maybe it's that other team.
Yeah. I mean,
But but there are rumors that we'll see it at E3, which seems like a little too soon.
yeah, it seems a
Yeah.
little hasty, but
So like, what kind of game is it? There's stuff floating around that's like open world, Norse mythology?
I don't know. Like it's super hard to say. Like there are rumors out there, but nothing really to latch onto. I don't think it'll be like Dark Souls or Bloodborne. Like they seem like they want to kind of step away from that.
Yeah.
Sekiro was different in some sense, but it still shared a lot of similarities. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to take a huge departure from those games. Maybe something more open. But yeah, there's not much.
There's seriously not a lot to go from. Also, but hang on, if it is Norse mythology, then you've got Assassin's Creed, whatever. You have God of War 2, and now this is like games is like
that's the new trend.
that's the new trend.
Trend.
Yeah, Norse horses.
Screw Battle Royale.
Yeah.
All right, so final predictions, ultimate pie in the sky wild card. What would you love to see appear at E3?
Rockstar typically doesn't share anything, but like
Don't say it. You're gonna say it, aren't
What are
you?
you saying?
Red Dead DLC.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say agent. I was
No,
like,
I'm not gonna say Agent.
What the hell?
Agent's dead.
They lost that.
What camera is the camera? Agent's dead. Anyway, no, I really hope we see story Red Dead DLC.
Yeah.
I feel like the online is not really picking up as much as GTA Online did.
They are out of beta too, so they kind of like, I guess, said their piece more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that people are hungry for more Red Dead, and there are so many stories left to tell. Just from Red Dead 2 as is, that story there. I think there's so much more they could go from there. But Rockstar has like famously they like never show at E3, so that is definitely a pie in the sky.
For me, my eyes are on Warner Brothers because they are rumored to be sitting on some projects that I'm super interested in. Whatever the hell Rocksteady are doing. So when was Arkham Knight was what, 2015?
Yeah.
2014, 2015? 15. What have they been working on? What are Warner Montreal working on? They've been staffing up like crazy. There are rumors of, a Suicide Squad project. There's rumors of a cancelled Damian Wayne project, which would be really cool. And then there is the Harry Potter RPG that leaked last year, which looked too real to be like some dude in his basement, like just making it to fake out the internet.
yeah.
There was way too much about that game.
Wasn't it like it's supposed to be a canceled Harry Potter game or something? Or,
No, it's meant
no?
to, he said, the guy who leaked it was like, oh, I was doing some market research about Harry Potter game. It's,
And I mocked this up in my free
and
time.
I made this up. No, but he did like off-screen filming. It's an RPG. You get to align yourself with being a good guy or a bad guy. I would obviously go Slytherin. But it's,
What do you mean? Slytherin is automatically a bad guy?
I mean, they have precedent.
They're snakes, dude.
They
what
are
you
snakes.
think?
But I mean, just because all the Harry Potter games, bar, the Lego ones, have just been these really tedious tie-ins that have never been very exciting.
Yeah, they don't really understand what makes those movies and books so good.
Yeah, and so if you're going to take something like Harry Potter and make it dark, and especially because we're the generation that grew up with Potter, and so like we're adults now, we don't need to relive the airy-fairy first couple years of Harry Potter again. I want the hard shit. I want to be killing goblins and fools.
All right. I will make a kind of serious-ish prediction because I know damn well ain't no Persona 6 coming anytime soon. But Square Enix has their own more or less press conference or whatever. So yeah, we had already mentioned that maybe the Avengers game is going to be there. And they have a new Platinum game. But what if they got a new thing from Yoko Taro? Like, I want to know what he's up to. Like if he's still doing something. I know he's doing work for with Final Fantasy 14 for Shadowbringers. He's doing a Nier themed dungeon, but I don't know. I feel like Square Enix is like keeping him in the loop because maybe he's still involved doing something. Maybe now's the time. Like Nier Automata came out in 2017, so it's been a little time since then. So maybe we can get an update on what Yoko Taro's up to.
Fingers crossed. It's gonna be a weird year, but I'm kind of cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeet.
Hey there, do you like video games? Of course you do. Then you should totally head over to GameSpot.com and peruse all of our fresh E3 content. Everything from gameplay hot off the show floor to insightful interviews from the developers of the games that you love. Even live streams of the press conferences themselves will be right at your fingertips so you won't miss a single announcement. What are you waiting for? Come on by!